Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name's Skaggy Bones, back with another video for you today. Today it's not really an unboxing because I've already unboxed them, I already wore them. These are the Sidi wires. And the reason I wanted to bring you this video, I know these shoes have been out for a while now. The previous shoes that I was wearing were the Specialized S-Works 6. And as I talked about in one of my previous videos, and I'll put a link in the description below, and at the end there will be a link at the end of the video as well to this shoe review that I did earlier. So this is what I've been using for my racing and for my training and everything like that, as well as my Bontrager shoes. This is the most comparable shoe to a Sidi. Okay, so as far as price-wise, so what these run, were running retail originally. If you look on the website before they went on sale, they're about $400. They went down in price to $299 when the new S-Works 7 came out, and then of course a lot of shops were having even higher deals on them than that. So I got these at half off. So I got these at $200. So otherwise I probably wouldn't have paid a retail for these, or the full price for these shoes, the $400. Okay. Same with the Sidis. So Sidis run $500. That's what these are priced. When you look at them brand new, they've been out for a while. The newest Sidis are the Sidi Shot, and the big difference, I'll talk about them. I'll kind of go over the overview, but there is a little difference, and it's just in the BOA system of the location of it, where the BOA system is, and it kind of does away with this strap here, puts the BOA dials up here, makes it a little bit more comfortable. But other than that, it pretty much stays very much the same. You can kind of look it up on their website, but I will go over we're going to go over this shoe in a complete overview. So these, like I said, these are the Sidi wires, so named that they got this new, I don't want to say, it's like a polymer wire, more of a cloth, really almost like a Teflon, or sorry, not a Teflon, a Kevlar type of wire, instead of a hard cabling system like you see in this right here that's got an overcoat. This is what the BOA dial system uses, which is this harder, it's an actual wire, okay? Whereas Sidi uses this, it's more of a cloth style wire, okay? And that's what Sidi does. Now, one of the big things about Sidi, now by the way, this isn't a comparison video. I just I brought out the S-Works shoe just to kind of show you a little bit what I've been riding before, and that I got these. These are, like I said, these I got as a secondary shoe. I always have a couple pairs of shoes that I always ride, so I switch my shoes in and out. And like I said, I would have never bought these except for the fact that one of the local stores, our bike shops, I was in there and they had these for 50% off. Okay, they had the S-Works 6s for 50% off, and they had these guys for 50% off. So I could have bought a second pair of the X-Works shoes for $200, which is what I already paid for these, or I could have got these. Now these being retail at $500, original $500, I was able to get these for $250. So quite a deal for Sidis. Anytime you get a chance to get Sidis at 50% off, I would jump on the opportunity, even older ones, because like I'm going to go through with you, all the hardware, all these pieces are replaceable. Okay? So as you can see, basically these are the black. They do come in multiple other colors. They have a white. They do have a yellow and black. I believe a yellow and white, as well as some different blue colorations. These were they only had 3 pairs left, or actually, sorry, no, 2 pairs left, both in 46s. The pair I chose, these happen to be the non-floor models that they had. So they were the cleanest. The other ones had some dirt and stuff on them from just sitting out for so long. So that's why I kind of chose these. But they're both the same colors. They're both black. Okay, so what you get when you get the what you're going to get when you buy the Sidi the Sidis. You're not going to get cleats, obviously. I had to buy the cleats. What you are going to get, and you can't, it's really hard to see, but underneath here there's this grip tape. It does come with some stuff already preset on the sole, some grippy stuff, but they do come with some extra grip tape. And I already installed it. And then you put the grip tape on. The other nice thing about the Sidis, and it's hard to show you, but under here there's a small bolt. And it's designed for the, if I can show you this here. Okay, so here's your book for your CD wires. And you have this third bolt here, or sorry, the fourth bolt here. And what this is your alignment bolt. So the problem is with a lot of cleats, people never get the alignment right. So what you do is, with this cleat here, I'm not going to take these apart to show you, but there's this little centerpiece here, and you push it out, that centerpiece out, and then you bolt that centerpiece onto here loosely. Then you put the cleat over top of it, and then you center it where you need to. Tighten that centerpiece down, and this locks it into place. You pull back off, put the little nut cover on top of it, put this back on, and then you bolt the cleat in place. But what that does is that little locking mechanisms allows you that when you are bolting your cleat in place, finalizing the position, once the position is finalized and you've locked the cleat in place, that the cleat doesn't move while you're actually tightening the bolts up. Okay, so that's kind of a nice feature that Sidi has and no one else has. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure there's probably a couple other companies that have it, but very few have that locking bolt system there. Okay. And then, as you can see here, it shows you also the closure system that you're going to unstrap them like I have. I find it's a lot easier to get into them because of the fact I keep my heel retention device very tight. So one of the things you're going to get is you're going to get the pair of Sidis. You're going to get the bolt for the center locking device. You're not going to actually get the bolts for the cleats. Cleats aren't going to come with them. You're going to also get a bag, as you see here, a Sidi shoe bag. It's nothing super fancy. It's no more different than what you're going to get with like your Specialized S-Works shoes. Nothing more fancy than that. It's not going to be like your Komet, Mavic Komets, where you get the shoe bag and everything. But you at least get a shoe box. You at least get a shoe bag, real basic $5 shoe bag that you can at least keep your shoes in. So it is kind of nice that they do give you that. Okay, and the other thing you're going to get your books, bolts, like I said, and then this little Allen flathead screwdriver. Now the main purpose of this isn't so much, you do have the Allen here that's for most look Keo pedals, but the reason for this, and this isn't for changing out these bottom pieces here or for adjusting this. What it is for is adjusting the heel retention system. Okay, so that's what this little Allen flathead key is for. So that's what you're going to get. Now what I do recommend that you have as well is make sure you have a Torx key that has a little 3mm Allen, which you'll probably need that, as well as a Phillips head. And the reason you need the Phillips head is because of the fact that you have these little spots. This little spot here. You have this spot here where you can undo this piece, like so, and then you want to undo it a decent amount here, and then you can slide this down like so. Okay, and then that goes there, that cover goes there, and it covers up for in winter time. It covers up the vent. Okay, so that's how you want to do that. That's the vent inlet. You have still this area where air can leave the shoe. Hot air can leave the shoe, but cool air isn't going to get in. So in the wintertime, if it's extremely cold where you live, now where I live in Guam and sometimes in California and Virginia, It's never cold enough that I ever have to shut this, so I leave it open most of the time. You don't want to actually torque this down, by the way. It doesn't have a torque setting. Do not torque it. You'll probably break the plastic. Just very lightly tighten it down. Very lightly. Just so it's snug enough that it's not going to actually go anywhere. And the plastic is soft enough. By the way, all the parts on the Sidis are replaceable, so just snug it just like this. As you can see here, you have a screw here for the toe piece here, so you can actually replace this. You can unscrew this. You can unscrew these back heel plates as well. Takes a screwdriver. That's why I recommend one of these Ritchie 5 Newton meter Allens. It comes with the little bit kit here, and it has all the pieces on it, so you can use it for screwing things in, unscrewing things. So as you can see here, all you have to do is take this off. It does have a bit of Loctite on there, but what you want to do is you want to replace these well before they wear out and start to wear into the carbon. Okay, the carbon is riveted in. They do rivet, even under here, they rivet the sole onto the Lorica upper. The Lorica is a solid one-piece upper. It does have some splits in it where it's stitched, but it is a solid one piece. And what they do is they special heat bond it to the sole. And if you want to, what I recommend doing is going on YouTube. There you can see a video how they make the Sidi shoes. It's actually pretty phenomenal how they hand make these shoes. It's still in Italy. But all these parts are replaceable. So I think a pair of heel cups is like $10. The replacement tops is like $10, and then the replacement buckles is like $20. So like for $40 you can replace a full set of everything, including I think even with this, I think you can even replace these guys here. So well, I know you can. So this is what you do. You take this and tighten that back down. Some people put a little bit of rubber cement. Normally what I do is I take a little bit of rubber cement, because rubber cement is movable or removable, but it prevents this. If for some reason the screw became loose, it would prevent the heel pad from actually popping off. And then possibly the only thing you'd have to replace is maybe a screw if something like that did happen. Okay, but that's what I do. Always make sure they're screwed down good. I'm checking it. I know this isn't normally part of the video, but I'm checking it because I heard a pop on this side. You can see the front knob has snapped a little bit. Okay, so what I'll do with this is I will go ahead and glue that. I'm going to leave that off for now, and then I'll end up going ahead and gluing that and fixing that. Okay, but other than that, like that's really the only problem that people have seen, is that sometimes this little front one sometimes breaks off from time to time. So you can go ahead and glue that normally. Take a little bit of epoxy or super glue and glue it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and glue it right now while I got you on video. Take just a second here. The problem is sometimes with some of these shoes, what happens is they sit around for a while. They've been sitting around for a while, and they some of the plastic goes bad. So that's one of the things you got to watch out for. So to go back over, grab this shoe while this piece here is drying. To go back over some of the things of the shoe. So you have basically 5 main adjustment points in the shoe. Okay, so you have an adjustment point right here, which is kind of for your instep, as you can see here. This piece here adjusts in and out like so. Okay. And then what they do recommend doing is actually trimming it. So you want to put it to the spot that you desire. I wished it kind of pushed inside the shoe, but it doesn't, so it comes there like so, and then the buckle grabs there, and I need it right at 11 is where I keep it at. Let's see here. Yep. And then what you do is, I'll kind of give you guys a show you here. So that pops in there like that, and then you pull the knob out for it, and then you kind of twist it like that, and then that's how you tighten it. Now, if you want to micro adjust it out, these little buttons at the side, you just press it, and each gives you an individual click out. And then if you want to fully pull it out, you grab these like this and you just kind of pull. Now if you notice, the buckle on these, unlike a normal, Sidi uses their own proprietary ratcheting system. They use a boa dial. And if you notice, it's on a hinge. And if you want to replace this, there's actually a little pin right there, and you get a little punch and you just punch the pin out, and you can replace the actual ratchet boa dial on these. Okay, so you have these 2 points of adjustment. You have this point. Of course, some people forget about that. You have this here, and then of course you have your 2 points adjustments here, your right and your left side for your heel retention system. Now, because I have the heel retention system, if you notice, mine's clamped in quite a bit, so it makes it harder for me to get in and out of the shoe. So what I do is I keep the cables unhooked like so, and then I get into the shoe like this, and then once I'm in the shoe, I rehook the cable up, and then I strap these up. So your insole does come out. So that's what your insole looks like. The nice thing is on these, your more premium Sidis, they do have some memory foam right in here, right where the ball of your foot sits. They're very vented for that airflow, because these are actual air channels in here. So this has these 2 air channels that come in vent off the hot air. So I've been riding these for a little bit. Actually really liking these. I try to keep them really nice, obviously, but like I said, I will have another video that it does a comparison. This is just kind of an overview of the Sidi wires, what you have, what you're going to get. As far as other things that you do get, they do come with a book that has technical manual instructions. The cool thing about it is their tech manuals for all their shoes, but it does tell you actually how to replace. So you can see here, it tells you to pop off for the adjustable heel retention device. You can actually replace it. Tells you how to replace the buckles if you have those. Soft instep system there. The Techno system, it tells you how you work it. It also shows you the Techno system replacement. So the book itself, normally I wouldn't keep a book. Most books I don't keep, but this has a lot of good information in it. Shows you where to put the anti-slip adhesive. The only thing it doesn't tell you about is, it doesn't tell you about cutting the tongue. I don't believe. It might somewhere. You get a bunch of Sidi stickers. See, here's where it talks about how to do the little keel and use that third bolt. So you're using the third bolt to lock this in place. And the reason is that when I need to replace the cleat, I just pull off the cleat. I don't replace that center piece. Okay? I leave that center piece there, buy a new cleat, slap the other cleat over it, as long as that piece hasn't broken, and then slap that other piece over it, and then bam, I got my look Keo cleats in the exact same spot. It's kind of really nice. Shimano SPD. It's only with the look Keo cleat that you can do that with. Campagnola speed play cleats. Tells you how to replace the mountain bike soles if you have the mountain bike. So quite a bit of information in the Sidi book. They don't, like I said, they don't really skimp on it. So that's why I recommend keeping the book. It tells you all the information you need about everything in all the languages. So keep these, you know, maybe throw them in your toolbox or make photocopies, whatever you want to do. But that's the Sidi wire. I absolutely love these. Would I buy them at $500? If I was racing a lot, yes, I would probably buy these at $500 because of the fact that you can make these last for a long time. It's like in the old days when my dad had his shoes for dress shoes for 20 years because they just replaced the soles. It's the same thing, except you just replace the pieces that need replaced. Okay, so that's my overview for the Sidi wires. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure we give us a thumbs up. And if you like this video, there's another video up here in the corner, another shoe video. And if you click over here, you can subscribe to the channel. As always, keep riding.